Well, good evening, everybody. How many, thank you all. As I look around the room, I see a lot of faces that were there earlier today. How many folks were there at the pump house earlier today? Virtually everybody. So I'm not going to give all of these formal comments that I have in front of me. I'm sure that would be appreciated, especially by um, those who listened and heard. You sure don't want to hear it twice. And those of you who don't remember anything from today, sorry, you're not getting it again. It really was a terrific day. It was wonderful to see so many people who were there today, to be able to roll out something that I think is groundbreaking. This, of course, was our vision statement that we issued in April of 2012. And today, you have two other volumes. One, of course, is the executive summary, which has all of the, I think, 143 actions, short, medium, and long-term actions in here, and the entire document. And I actually invite you to read the entire document because it has data in here that you otherwise will not get in the executive summary. And there are actually points in here that I think people will use on more than one occasion, you know, like the level of poverty, at least up through 2009 in the District of Columbia by ward, or the level of obesity, adult asthma, and other issues that are talked about in terms of health and wellness, and then there are other data in here as well. It certainly shows you the challenges that we have before us. And I frankly think we can become the healthiest, the greenest, the most livable city in the world, not just the United States, but in the world. And so I invite all of you to really grab hold of this and let's do the job of making this happen. Isn't it wonderful to be in the union market also? We were here, I think, at the end of January. We were here at the end of January to launch a task that Harriet will be working on with others, and that is to be able to look at the industrial areas of Ward 5 and how we might make some accommodations to those. I want to bring some folks up. But I just want to remind you that there are 4 areas that we will be working on at the core of this effort. One is jobs and the economy. And I want to dispel what may be a myth, that somehow there's a distinction between sustainability and jobs. There is an inherent, inextricable relationship between the environment, sustainability, and jobs. There's absolutely no question in my mind that jobs are going to be created as a result of the work that we will continue to do and expand in the arena of sustainability. In fact, I look forward to our high schools taking on more career and technical education curricula, and our community college taking on responsibilities for training people in jobs that involve sustainability. So if someone wants to make that distinction, it really is a false dichotomy. It is a false distinction because there will be not only dozens, there will be hundreds of jobs that don't exist now that will be created in the District of Columbia. And of course, health and wellness, I talked a little bit about that already when I alluded to obesity, when I talked about poverty, because that certainly is a health issue, and the issue of asthma, for example, which is more prevalent in some communities here than others. Equity and diversity, and of course the climate and the environment. In fact, the latter really, in my opinion, embraces the first 3 areas. So I think we're off and running. We're continuing with work that was begun before now, but we're now building on that to create a kind of commitment that just hasn't existed, certainly in many cities across this country. I think there are people who will be coming to the District of Columbia to better understand what it is that we are doing. And let me tell you, I just had a conversation with Keith, and I was saying, Keith, let's look at some of these, 143 initiatives here, because that's where the rubber meets the road. You know, this can be a very nice document that sits on somebody's shelf, and the day will come when somebody pulls it down and says, wow, there's some pretty good stuff in there. How come they never did that? And somebody will have some excuse that they will make. And the reason why is because after the lights went off, after the cameras had shut down, everybody went back to what they were doing. So there has to be an owner of this, right, Keith and Harriet? There has to be an owner of this. And there is no money back guarantee associated with this. There is no owner's warranty, okay? All right, Keith, you better pay attention over here. In any event, that's where the rubber meets the road. And we did the same thing with the 5-year economic development plan. And that is, we actually sat in my conference room and went through a lot of these initiatives. And we know with that, there are 52 initiatives in the economic development plan, and 20 of them will be completed this summer. And I'd really like to be able to have a number like that because it's concrete and people can wrap their arms around it in terms of what we will accomplish over the next several months with the sustainability plan. One of the milestones that's coming right up, of course, is the budget. What is it that should be in the 14 budget beyond what we already have that will be needed to ensure that we move ahead rapidly with implementation? We've already obviously worked on the sustainability projects, $4.5 million we have in the 13 budget, and we hope to have at least that much, maybe more, for fiscal year 14, so that we continue with these kind of pilot efforts. In any event, this is supposed to be a fun night, and we want you to have fun. I want to call up two people who played such an instrumental role in making this happen. First of all, our Director of the Office of Planning, Harriet Trigoni, and coming up with her is the Acting Director of the Department of the Environment, and we hope to get that acting term off of his title in the not-too-distant future, and that is Keith Anderson. Come on up, guys.
So tonight is really a celebration and a thank you to all of you. I first of all want to thank the staff of DDOE and OP who kind of put all this together. I love this. This is the Sustainability Lounge. It's very cool. They made little tent cards for our tables. So what are you going to order? Sustainability. And I hope everyone got a t-shirt. So they're for you. We made them for you so that you can wear your commitments on your chest or on your back. All the abilities that we know are part of sustainability: fishability, conservability, employability, livability, you name it. I am so grateful to have been able to be part of this amazing process and to work with all of you and so many others. You know, we get a lot of really lovely compliments from people about how well the process went, but I have to say we have those of you here in the room to thank for that. We had several really, really great sets of people working to make this happen. And let me just start out by thanking the core staff at DDOE and OP, Brendan Shane, Lane Sidlowski, Dan Gilbeau, and John Heermans. If you guys can stand up, wave your arms. I mean, these guys are unbelievable. They worked incredibly hard, but so professional, so effective. It was amazing. We also had great help from Donna Henry at DDOE, from Andrea Lamaro at OP, Adriana Hochberg at DDOE, Joe Morcos at DDOE, and Tanya Stern at OP. So they were also great. I mean, we gave our Capital City Fellows program a real run for its money. We used 4 fellows over the course of this project. Paulina, no one told me how to pronounce her last name. Anyone want to help me? What you said? Stacy West, Jennifer Todd, and Lee Goldstein. Yay! So we also had kind of 2 guiding groups. One was our fabulous Green Cabinet. Now, these people are agency directors who basically, have taken the idea of sustainability and they have worked it into their programs. It's how they are doing business today and how they plan to do business in the future, and we could barely keep up with them. They were doing so many wonderful things. So all of you who are part of the Green Cabinet, can you just raise your hands? Thank you so much for being here. You guys are fantastic. We also took advantage of something that's true uniquely of Washington. We are filled with national and international experts on all kinds of topics, including sustainability. And many of them agreed to serve as our kind of kitchen cabinet and sounding board, and some of those are here tonight. Could you raise your hand if you're part of our Green Ribbon Committee? Thank you so much. I could go on, but I know that, that if you're clapping, you don't have a drink in your hand, so that's a problem. So I'm just going to say one more thank you, or maybe two more thank yous. Keith Anderson has been an amazing partner to work with, and I've said it in a meeting with his staff, that this has been one of the most rich and rewarding professional experiences I've ever had. That our collaboration has been so close and so wonderful that I just want to thank him very much for being such a great partner. It's been amazing. I wish it would always be like this with every agency, with everybody that you could work with. It's been wonderful. And finally, none of this would have been possible. We would be nowhere. This was not Keith's idea or my idea. We had the most unique and amazing leadership around this issue from our mayor, Vincent Gray. He brought this to us and basically challenged us to do this wonderful thing with all of you. But it was his idea, it was his vision for the future, and he has been the most stalwart and I would dare to say aggressive proponent of this vision, the steward of this vision, and it's been really wonderful, and I couldn't ask for a better leader for our city, and I'm so very, very proud to be working for our mayor, Vincent Gray. I said it was all, but I lied. Okay. We had an amazing set of consultants, and I'm just going to really quickly call them out. And other agencies will be calling you from what I hear because they admire the work you've done here. Air St. Gross, Rheingold, Bruce Mau Design, Partners for Economic Solutions, AirUp, and Consilience LLC. Awesome job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Harriet, and good evening, everyone. And on that note, I'd like to take this opportunity to present a small token of appreciation on behalf of the District Department of the Environment and OP to the greenest mayor this city has ever seen, and I don't mean naive, for having the vision, the guidance, and leadership to bring us to where we are today. And I'd like to present this token.
Thank you very much. It's so nice. Thank you all. That was really nice. Thank you all. You're welcome. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome.
And I have four more to give to the staff of DDOE and OP. And I'd like for Dan Gilbo, Brendan Shane, Lane Sidlowski, and John Hermes to come forward, please. For your hard work, and your countless hours and many phone calls and emails and meetings, I'd like to present you with this small token of appreciation as well.
Just a couple of other people I want to thank. First of all, the gentleman who I work with every day, and he's truly the embodiment of flex time. He shows up anytime before 8 a.m. and he leaves anytime after midnight. And of course, that's my chief of staff, Chris Murphy. Thank you, Chris. And our Director of Communications, who I think is all the way in the back there, who really works extremely hard, does a great job in one of the most difficult jobs that there is in the government of the District of Columbia, Pedro Rivero. Pedro. Again, I think this is really a seminal moment for our city, and I guess it's appropriate to say let the work begin, because we have got a lot of work ahead of us, and we want to be able to demonstrate to the world that we can get this done, and I know that we can. Thank you all very much.